We're taking it on the road.
Hi, everybody.
The Biscuits and Coffee
Biscuits and
show
Coffee.
is on the road today. We thought we'd mix things up and do something different. So today, I'm going to take everyone on what our family likes to call the short walk. This is when like the dog really has to go out and she needs to go on a walk, but I don't really want to go very far, and I just do the circle. Hilltop Hunters, and I'm going to show you some of my favorites. Little front of house design features, and I think they're really great examples of how you can completely freshen up your curb appeal, your front design style of your home with small details. Okay. Thank you, Beth. Beth is driving.
Wonderful.
Good.
Yes.
We're stopping at Covington. Last time you did it
was a little bit of a
rolling stop, but that's okay. Let's park right behind the trash cans up here.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're on 10 right now, and I am showing you one of my favorite houses on Covington, the exterior. Oh, thank you. Fancy. It's like driving Miss Biscuit, driving Miss Daisy here. Okay, so we're at 204 West Covington, and these new owners added just a really simple stone walkway to the front door and just a small wood accent feature on the little patio. A lot of our homes have these small little 60s patios, and they just wanted to, obviously, it's a busier street. They just added this accent, wood slatted accent wall, and then these metal planters. Boy, these metal planters are all the rage right now. And it's a really simple feature to add plants, and then you can just change out the plants annually, or find some what do you call the plants that come back every year? Perennials. I need Sarah Brewer to give us tips. But this is, I swear, every time I walk past this house with my husband, I always say, honey, I want those steel planter things, because oftentimes, like our old system of freshening up the front of a house is usually to put bushes and plants there. But honestly, this new metal planter box is really a fantastic way. And see, they put two in the front along the edge of the wall. They've got some added features. And Beth, you said you really liked all the stone.
I do. I like the water mitigation, and I like the difference between the river rocks, the metal, the greenery, and then on the side of the house, to help with water flow, you can see that they have gutters and some drainage, and then they used larger stones to really help solidify like where the water is going to go. I think it's brilliant.
So you see, you've got the water mitigation here, and they've got water, directing the water down from the roof to come down right in this front spot. So this is a great example of good water mitigation. They've got, poor 204 West Covington. We're just pointing out all the awesomeness. I will also tell you at another time we need to talk about the new way that City of Austin is requiring electric poles and wiring. I remember when I sold this house years ago that was a whole new system, and it had to go through the roof. So, okay. On to the next. Well, here we are.
Beautiful. Oh, hi. Nice to see everybody.
She's really good at this driving thing. So we're going to turn on to Hunters, and I'm going to show you one of my absolute favorite houses.
We did like their outdoor lighting. That was one of the things they had theirs ready to go.
We are at 11504 Hunters. Let me turn around and show you this off. And I'll scroll back. So we're at 11504 Hunters Lane. And this house, I often walk and view this house in the evening when the sun is setting. And all they have done is they have added two lights over here, a porch light, and the same lights on either side of the garage door. And let me tell you, you can do a lot to change the design, style, and feel and look of the exterior of your home with lights.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So they've got the kind of lights where when the lights come on, it's like the light is above and below. So it creates this wonderful hourglass.
What's a glow? Nice.
It's a beautiful glow. This is my husband is a theater person, and it always says lights are the greatest way to add character and style to a room without redoing it. So I know there are a lot of landscape architects and lighting designers that can come out and design a whole lighting design for your backyard, your front of house. But they've also added, they just repainted the original siding. They added the new door, which is really popular. But just the planters, and my finger keeps messing with the.
To do their number on the step, I think is really creative.
I love that. So we have this house has the number on the step, and the last house had the number on the wood accent wall in the front patio. But I just wanted you to see what you could do with just some small, simple changes to your exterior front of house.
Refresh.
To refresh. 11504, it's lighting, planters, and front door, and paint. And 204 West Covington was the walkway. So those are just a couple of my favorite houses. So Beth, I'm wondering, should we just
just
next
drive
time
around and
start knocking on people's doors? But I feel like if we do the knocking on people's doors, we need to have some sort of giant cardboard sweepstakes prize, or we could bring biscuits and coffee to people.
If you would like for us to stop by and talk about the design feature that you're working on, we would love to do that, because we're really open to all of this. These are not tearing down houses. This is keeping the facade the same.
Yes. And
just a little refresh. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you know what? We can go over and see this flip. But if there's a house that's your favorite in the neighborhood, when you take a walk and you're like, oh, Jill and Beth, go over and tell me your thoughts on this house, let me know. But you want to go see this. So this next house, just as we're driving away, we're going to the flip.
Oh, yes.
This is the house that was just flipped. So we're on the corner of Hunters and Scurry. Okay.
How about right here?
Yep. So look, this was a professional flipper that did this, okay? Now all that was changed here was the walkway. Do you see how they lined the sidewalk? So you do a little bit of a outline with whatever color stone that you want, and it's always good to put the steel or metal. Well, is that even steel, or is that rubber?
I think it looks a little more plastic.
Oh, it might be. You just put a little edging on it, but it just creates a nice focal point, an accent to the front of the house. So figuring out a way to dress up your walkway is wonderful. They added some wrought iron railings to the front. Obviously a fresh new painted color. Now, something else that I'm seeing a lot of folks do, that's the original, not the original, but they didn't update the front door. They just repainted the color. I think there's a new roof. So they chose a complementary, more modern color to the roof, the composition shingle roof. But they updated the windows. And right now, people ask me all the time, there was a time where everyone was doing the white windows. Well, now the black windows are that's what's trendy and popular. It's really hard to get windows in right now. There's a lot of delays, but if you can, there are some products where you can repaint and stain, well, not stain, but basically repaint plastic. But adding windows with black frames is, again, a trend feature right now. But these are all our original stone houses with siding. Now, remember we were talking, Beth, about how 204 did the steel planters? Do you see what they did?
They used those traditional rocks. That's
traditional rocks, but instead of the planters, they just did uniform small bushes.
They look great.
Can you see?
Little touch of color. They look sharp. And they did such a beautiful job trimming their tree. Their tree looks gorgeous.
Oh, yes. Trimming the trees, super, super great. Okay. That was Beth and Jill. I had fun. fun.
I had a great time. It's beautiful outside.
Like, we need to do more, like...
On the road.
On the road.
On the road.
Okay, Jill and Beth are going to think about what Jill, I'm talking about us like we're not here. Jill and Beth, those
zany characters.
Those zany characters, they're going to come up with some surprise. We might come knocking at your door.
It's true.
I have some Broadway show or song in my head. Knock. No, never mind. I don't know. I always have songs in my head.
So until next week, we can't wait to hear about the vendors that you've been using that you really like, your ideas. We would love to add our 2 cents in. And if you yourself are somebody that likes to plant or garden or knows somebody that can do some of this, we'd love their information. Please share that information with us and with the neighborhood. Right?
Yeah, I might have one of my clients just finished his went back to school to get his landscape architecture degree. So we might have a neighbor that's doing that. Okay, I'm already getting distracted. You're gonna have to look at one more thing. Hold on. Oh, Beth's putting the window down. See this? They did. I walk past this house as well, and I often go, oh, I should do that. See, we have some homes in the neighborhood that have the open carports, and see, they put that same accent wall, wood. Do you see the little slide? It's just a simple wood privacy. Accent wall for privacy. Yep. And they repainted. You might not be able to see it in the video, but it's just a really deep, almost like a police blue. They painted the trim around the windows that deep blue. But see, that's simple. Look, that's not a lot. Totally changed the exterior. New builders call that the exterior elevation of the home. Okay. All right. Well, bye, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day yesterday. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.